This is a video on how to cut up firewood. My yard is a little bit different from yours. I have a bunch of trees everywhere. Anyways, meet one of my cat's Snickers right here. Alright, so as the leaves are changing, it's getting a little bit colder outside, and that means that we have to cut up firewood for our wood boiler right here. So, what a wood boiler does is heat up our water in our house. So, we will need a chainsaw, as you can see. This is a miter saw, steel 311. It's one of my favorite saws to use. It's a very good beginner and medium saw to use. So obviously for this task we'll need a chainsaw gas, so it's 2-cycle mix, chainsaw oil for the bar to lubricate it, safety gloves, and also heating protection. I dropped it the first time, don't mind me. Alright, so we gotta prep the chainsaw. So that is the gas little tank, and then this is the oil tank. And to make sure these are filled, don't mind me pouring no gas into the actual tank because there's no in there. But it's alright, we have enough. Then oil is actually the hardest part. Like when I first started doing this, I always spilled over. So yeah, don't be mad if you do that if you ever run a chainsaw. Alright, so close those babies up. And we're on to the next thing. This is a little video of me just showing on like what you should wear. I always wear jeans because the sawdust always hurts. I always wear steel toe boots because wood can always fall on top of your feet and it hurts. So this is how to start a chainsaw. So like most 2-strokes, it has this is where the choke is. So that's full choke, half choke. Then that's like the one line is to like run it fully. Then the top is to stop the chainsaw. So usually there's a safety trigger on top, but ours broke. So you want to start off with the very lowest choke, and you'll hear it give like a little hum sound. So once you find a good hum, then you turn it up to half choke. So after the half choke, we turn it up a little bit more until usually after 3 strokes it starts. Then you can put up the full choke once you pull, and then to no choke once you pull the trigger, and then you want to let it warm up because it's a little bit colder outside. So the actual cutting is a little bit different. So I'm a little more experienced, and plus the chainsaw and the wood's off the ground, so you don't have to be as careful. But you usually want to keep it as level as possible with the wood. But once you get a little more experience, you can angle the bar more. But yeah, if you run the blade into the ground, it dulls it and you can't cut. And usually the prime ideal firewood piece is 16 inches. So that's how I measure right there. That little dot on the bar is right around 16 inches. This little time lapse of me just cutting some wood up. So it's actually pretty fun. It's actually a good pastime. Anyways, so now you have all this cut up. You want to move the firewood to the boiler right next to it. Oh, it's already done. That was pretty fast. So look at that nice stack of firewood. Now I'll show you the inside of the boiler. So it's kind of smaller. So water comes through, then comes back out. Usually it's around 100 degrees once it comes back out. So you just chuck a couple pieces in there, and I only chuck 2 because we don't really usually run it during the day because yeah, no need to. So this is a little fun fact. So this wood right here, it's maple. You can tell by the really like low bark, and it's the same color on the wood itself. This right here is wild cherry. There's a lot of that in the Dane area. It has a very distinct bark, and it has like pinkish wood. It actually gives off a very like pungent smell once it seasons. Right here, this is a black locust tree. We have tons of these on our property, and there's a really hard wood actually, so it's a good fence type of wood. Anyways, thanks for watching, and look how much more I've left. Yep. Alright. Thank you so much. Landing out.